The day the sea split, somewhere in the wilderness between Egypt and freedom, for 400 years the people of Israel had lived in Egypt not as guests, but as slaves. Their backs were bent under the weight of bricks. Their hands bled from cruel labor. Their cries rose like smoke into the heavens, and God heard them. He sent a man named Moses, a former prince turned shepherd, to face Pharaoh and demand freedom. After 10 devastating plagues shook Egypt, Pharaoh finally gave in, and the Israelites left with joy, marching into the wilderness under the stars, free at last. But Pharaoh's heart hardened. He changed his mind, and behind the Israelites, a cloud of dust rose. 600 chariots, iron wheels thundering, and swords gleaming beneath the sun. The most powerful army in the world was coming to crush them. Before them lay the Red Sea, deep, endless, and impossible to cross. Behind them, the Egyptian army. They were trapped. Panic spread like wildfire through the people. "Why did you bring us out here to die, Moses? Were there not enough graves in Egypt?" Moses stood tall, his staff in hand, his eyes on the sky. "Do not be afraid," he said. "Stand still and see the salvation of the Lord." Then God spoke to Moses. "Raise your staff. Stretch your hand over the sea. Tell the people to go forward." Moses obeyed, lifted his staff, and then the wind began to blow. Strong and wild, it howled through the night. The sea groaned, bubbled, and began to split apart. Water rose like towers on both sides, and a dry path opened through the heart of the sea. With eyes wide and hearts pounding, the Israelites stepped into the miracle. Walls of water stood beside them, fish flickering in liquid corridors, and the muddy seabed became a highway of deliverance. All night they walked a nation on foot. Led by a pillar of fire sent from God, the Egyptians followed, shouting and cracking their whips, but the sea held its breath, until the last Israelite stepped onto the far shore. Then God told Moses, "Stretch your hand back over the sea." Moses obeyed. The sea returned with a roar. The mighty waters crashed down on Pharaoh's army. Chariots, horses, and soldiers were swallowed by the deep. Not one survived. Silence fell. Then a cry rose from the people of Israel, not of fear, but of praise. They had seen the impossible. God had fought for them. They were free. Miriam, the sister of Moses, took a tambourine in her hand and led the women in dance and song. "Sing to the Lord, for he is highly exalted. The horse and rider he has hurled into the sea." When all seems lost, God can make a way where there is no way. With his power, the sea can split, the impossible becomes possible, and freedom can rise from the deepest fear.